Welcome to the Smoking Grill Lounge. I'm Eric.
And I'm Greg, Director Greg.
That is Director Greg. Tonight, Director Greg's joining us for another review. Dave's been called out of the area, and so we thought we'd take the opportunity to smoke something.
Yeah, we've give it a shot. If they don't come out well, put them in a can. But but we'll give it a shot.
We'll give it a shot.
We want to keep our schedule moving along. Don't want to get too far behind.
Yeah.
We're here for you.
We're here. We're doing this for you folks.
Yeah.
For you.
So we don't want you waiting for weeks. We want to keep that schedule.
That's right. Well, what we have here, Greg, we've got ourselves a Rothschild. This is the Romeo and Juliet Rothschild.
A lot of words there.
Julie Waddy. And so anyway, this is the, they're calling this a Parejo size, but it's a Rothschild.
What's?
It's a 5x50. Okay. This is a Dominican Republic cigar, medium brownish, Colorado brown, they're calling it. It's got a Java wrapper, Indonesian Java wrapper, and the filler is long cut Dominican and Brazilian.
Mm.
And so yeah, it's just a nice, it's almost got kind of a green hue to it.
It does. It is a little green.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't make me a little green after smoking it.
It's a Colorado brown. It's a double cap. And anyway, so that's the
It's quite a mix. I mean, that's a lot of the world there.
It sure is. Yeah. It's great. Well, what we have here, Greg, is it's a good-looking cigar. It's kind of a medium brown wrapper, like a natural wrapper. It's slightly. Is yours green? Is it the lighting in here? It's a little green tinge to it.
Should be fairly natural lighting, but there is a slightly green tinge.
A little slightly green. It's kind of it's fairly smooth at the double cap.
Yeah, I noticed that.
But there's some veins and things sticking out. But
the foreplay was nice.
Yeah, what'd you get? Now, what'd you get on the foreplay there, Greg?
Well, the cigar itself felt good, and what you'll notice, and
Stonewall.
I was not distracted by. God, now I'm losing all by our band at all. Some of these bands are so artsy that I got to kind of look at them for the art reason, but this band is really plain.
Right. So the 1875, that's the year that Romeo and Juliet was founded.
Oh, nice.
And now this particular cigar was
history there.
This particular cigar was introduced in 2014.
Oh.
And
so how's that going to work out with the new FDA thing?
Well, they've got this is an Altadis. This is not the last one we smoked United together was the Macanudo, which is a general cigar. This is an Altadis cigar. Right. And I think Altadis has got lots and lots of money, so they can probably
go for the approvals and all that.
They can afford the SKUs on this, yeah.
Well, I got to say, when I first sniffed it, I did, some of the, up the nose and all that. I for a minute, I couldn't put my finger on it. Then I kind of went back in the Wayback Machine when I was in high school, and I worked at the Treasury of Orange, which I believe was a subsidiary of J.C. Penney's. And I worked I did what was called
So you work in the Treasury building?
Yeah, in Orange, on Memory Lane.
Oh, I remember that. Big white building.
We called it, the term was bouncing tires. Basically, I changed tires on vehicles, put batteries and stuff. And when I first sniffed
is that some skill that you learned in the Air Force, or is that?
That's prior to the Air Force.
Okay, so that skill, the tire skill, went into the Air Force with you.
Yeah, I changed.
You were an airman.
That's right. I changed tires on airplanes. Yeah, wiped the windows. Checked the oil.
Sorry.
Made sure the autopilot was fully inflated. Things like that. Yeah, and I also took pictures of myself when I was flying.
Oh, oops.
See,
he was actually in a cockpit of a plane.
That's me in the mirror right there.
I'll hold this up while you're talking, Greg.
But I had a flashback, and I'm like, it smells like brand new rubber tires stacked high in the corner of the building. That's the initial thought I had. They talk about was it source memory, or when songs and smells remind you of things. Exactly what I thought. And then you were like, yeah, I kind of get that. That's what it sounds like, and or smells like, and that's the first thing I got off that. Other than that, I guess I haven't got much off of it yet. But
as far as the smoke goes?
Yeah.
I was getting the same kind of You mentioned it, and I was like, oh my goodness, that is. It smells like, you know, when I walk into Firestone for some new skins, you know, for the truck or something.
Yeah.
But then I was also getting a little antiseptic also on the aroma on the wrapper. But
I'm not getting that yet. Because, you know, that when we smoked the Macanudo a while ago.
that was just on the foreplay before we lit it. Though,
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I wasn't getting that. I was getting a little, you know.
We're not getting burnt tire now, though.
No, not getting. Okay. No, luckily we're not getting burnt rubber.
That's good.
No. But I'm not getting a lot off of it yet. There was, you know, typical tobacco smells, you know, tobacco leaves. I tend to get that all the time, no matter what cigar. I kind of like, yeah, it's pleasant. It's just like, oh, you know. Then after, you know, smoking a little more, the flavors start to come out for me. It's not everything jumps out at me right away. I'm a little more of a slow learner and some of that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, right off the bat, I mean, I'm getting some good pepper in the nose, and it's a little vegetal for me. Maybe a little kind of grassy vegetal kind of thing. But there's some other interesting aromas. Now, the smoke is, pardon me, it's kind of toasty. It's kind of like a toasted, like I don't know, not like a regular toast, but you know, maybe like a pumpernickel toast or something.
Not white bread.
No.
No.
It's like a richer kind of toasty smell.
What was that bread you said you couldn't get anymore you like so much?
The squaw bread.
Couldn't get squaw bread
Oh,
anymore.
no. But you can get prairie bread now. Yeah, that's what they call it now, prairie bread.
Well, you know, my kids went to school. They weren't allowed to sit Indian style, but they could crisscross something. There was something
cross-legged
yeah,
or something,
yeah.
right? Is that cross-legged?
Yeah. And I have a little bit of Indian in me.
Yeah, me
Little
too.
time. My DNA says I have, you know, so I'm not offended by squaw.
No, I'm not either.
I like a good squaw now and then.
Sure. Yeah. Well, anyway, so yeah, so that's what I was getting on some of the initial draw on this thing, and you know, there's some other things going on. It's kind of caramely. You know, there's some nice little sweetness on the palate.
Yeah, I mean, it's pleasant, and it's going to take us smoking through it for me to really analyze it the best I can. But I've noticed there's a lot of smoke going on. I can't smoke ring. It's something I haven't been able to accomplish yet. But you know, I'm seeing on like when you're smoking, you know, smoke coming out of both ends. It's really smoky. So I think
it's
probably
a very smoky cigar. Great draw and very smoky cigar.
Yeah, the draw's good, and I didn't need the perfect draw. We have it here just in case. It's
perfect
always
draw
available.
It's got a perfect draw. It's really good.
And what's this thing cost?
This was another kind of you know, $9-10 kind of thing here in California.
Pretty affordable. And if you get it online, probably get it cheaper.
Before tax. Yeah, probably could.
Oh yeah, with our new, unfortunately, we did not. No, it's stuck. We did not defeat Prop 56, so we don't know yet really what it's going to do to our cigar prices. Cigarettes, $2 a pack, but
it's actually going to kick say like a $10 cigar. I believe it's going to kick the cost up about 30%. So this would be like a $13 cigar if it's.
you got to find another
$10.
state to smoke in and do a lot of things in because it's the taxes here.
Yeah, California.
Freaking killing me.
Not your cup of tea, huh?
No, I love this state. You know, I'm a first-generation Californian, but you know, I'm falling, or I'm less in love with the place. I mean, you can't beat the weather. I mean, right now we're in November, and it was what 70, 80 degrees today, maybe in the 80s, probably.
Yeah, it was like I mean, in Huntington Beach here, it was like, you know, in the 80s this week.
Yeah, I mean, there's guys back east right now
warm.
trying to keep their smokers warm because they're covered with snow.
Yeah.
I'm out in my backyard in flip-flops and shorts.
Our neighbors up north in Canada are freezing. Yeah,
I'm stoking my smoker.
I know.
With no problem. A cheap end smoker. You know, if I was in some of those areas, I'd have to have much higher quality smoker because I couldn't control the heat. But
I was hiking yesterday, like my usual Saturday hike, and it was like 78 and breezy in the mountains there. It's beautiful. The view of the hills rolling down to the ocean. It was very nice.
Yeah, you could see all the way. Could you see it, Catalina?
I could see Catalina. Actually, I posted on Instagram to the very right of my photo. You could see very lightly. You can see Catalina.
And you know, I didn't know one of the guys I work for. I do a lot of freelance besides the video work, architecture. That's kind of my thing. And I didn't realize how important Catalina was to the surfing world. That's partly what makes our surf here so good. Is something about the way it breaks around Catalina. So I found that kind of interesting. I like to pick up facts like that and learn why people do things or think different ways, you know.
Yeah, we've got an interesting channel. We got like a 3,000-foot drop out there in that channel.
Yeah, there's, you know, if you
Very deep.
there's some, you know, I listen to Coast to Coast at night sometimes, and I kind of like conspiracies and.
Catalina
You
is
know,
basically
UFO.
a very tall mountain.
There's something out, yeah. Well, yeah, there's something out there that everybody's been getting interested in because some recent satellite photos or imagery that.
In our channel?
Yeah, some weird shape. I think it's up towards like Santa Monica, then out a ways. Not really sure, but you know, the people that get into that get all excited.
What do they think it is?
And I just like to look.
A UFO?
No, those aren't UFO. If they're under the water, they're, is it USOs?
Unidentified floating object.
No, submergible object.
Okay.
I don't know. But you know, it's thought provoking. I mean, sometimes it seems crazy, but.
Maybe
you
it's
know,
a Russian sub or something.
Hey.
Never know.
You never know.
Yeah.
Those Ruskies, you know.
Yeah, you never know, man.
I have family from Russia.
You think so?
They weren't Russian.
Oh, okay.
But they lived in Russia long enough to, they were born there. But you know, nationality-wise, DNA-wise, they're not Russian people.
So you're
but they
Russian
were born
and
in
Native
Russia.
American?
I got a bunch. You know, Heinz 57. It's all mixed up.
Yeah,
But there's some bigger portions that are, you know, larger than others. But yeah, Odessa. They migrated from Germany to Odessa, Russia, and then into the Dakotas. That's one side, one strain.
You're learning all about Director Greg tonight, folks.
Yeah, you know, they never hear me. I'm making smart aleck comments from behind the camera.
That's
usually.
true.
So
That's true. Yeah.
trying to keep the energy of your show because you know sometimes you guys are a bit flat.
A little mellow.
No, shoot, Dave. I'm always like turning the pod down on Dave because he's so animated and excited. You know.
That's true. He's a very excited,
Oh,
high energy person.
Yeah, he's a great person to be around because
He is.
he's always up. I don't think I've ever been around him when he's not been upbeat.
No, he's very
He's just an upbeat guy all the
So
time.
Dave, God bless you, man.
Now
Right.
you, on the other hand, no,
Me, well, you know. People have to check my pulse once in a while.
just kidding. We've got some nice guys in the lounge helping us out tonight since I'm here. We actually have an intern learning for high school for a program about having a mentor. And
So who do we got?
Filming.
We got guest director Richard back there.
I like to call him Dick. Now he does. His name is Richard, and a lot of guys, you know, that are Richards, you know, like to be called Dick.
That's true. Like Dick Cavett,
Dick Cavett, Dick Cheney,
Dick Nixon.
Dick Nixon, Tricky
Yeah,
Dick.
yeah.
But Richard doesn't. He'll go by Rich. He'll go by Richard, but usually not Dick.
Well, you know, my barber growing up, the guy, my dad knew this guy since the early 60s. Dick Dyer. Great guy.
Dick Dyer.
Dick's Barber Shop in Santa Ana. He was there for 40 years,
With barber pole going and
maybe
everything.
50. Yeah.
I know Rich used to like to go to a place in downtown Orange. There's a guy that was there, like an institution in downtown Orange, right
Yeah.
off the plaza for years.
Off the circle?
Yes. Well,
Yeah,
remember, I used to work in the plaza,
Yeah.
and the locals hate it when you call it a circle.
Yeah, it's the plaza.
But I like this.
So that guy on the plaza, his kid used to come in the lounge. Remember
Really?
that other Eric that come in?
Yeah.
Yeah, his dad owned that shop.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, you know, assistant guest director Richard might know him because he was probably sitting around that shop for a long
I'm
time.
sure, yeah.
So, I mean, and
There's that 7 degrees of separation.
there you go. Richard's only got like 5 hairs he's got to cut, but, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, he's got his AOPA hat on so you can't see. But no, he used to have a full head of hair.
So what are you saying, that
Yeah.
there's not, like, Dick's head is bald?
Yeah, it is. He kids me about the gray.
Yeah.
I kid him that I still have it. I'd rather be gray and have it than, you know.
All right.
But you know that's it. He's going like this. It happens. You know,
Right.
we all have our, you know, our thing.
We do.
But I notice you don't have any ash holes in your shirt today.
No, these are, I got a whole new batch of the black $9 shirts off Target.com, so.
I really think your idea of pre-selling shirts
ash hole
with
shirts.
ash holes in them,
Yeah.
like the girls buy the jeans that are already cut up. Why not sell a guy an ash hole
Sloppy
shirt?
fat guy shirts.
Yeah, that way he doesn't have to worry about ruining one. It will come ruined for him.
That's, yeah, we'll kind of
That could be
explore
a thing.
that idea.
Hashtag.
I'll run a business.
What was it? What'd you say? Fat guy with sloppy shirt.
Sloppy fat guy shirt.
Hashtag sloppy fat guy shirt.
There you go.
It'll be a thing.
It could be. Well, we're going to smoke these things down. And we'll see you folks in the review section. Welcome back to the Smoking Gorilla Lounge, where we are reviewing the Romeo y Juliet. This is the 1875 and the Rothschild. So this is like a recreation of the original Cuban Romeo and Juliet from
That's what they were going
140
for?
years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think they did a pretty good job. Of course, I've never smoked one of those. I liked that I was not distracted by a fancy band on it.
Right. But it was nicely embossed. I mean, it was a nice.
It was. I know there are some people out there, big band people, and
Yeah.
we haven't really recognized bands a whole lot on this show. But there's some really nice artwork on some. But I digress. I was getting some chocolate. You know, you mentioned that, and then a little later, I was doing some retro hailing, some playing around with my palate. Almost sounded like a car crash there.
Yeah. Good.
So I got something that you weren't getting, and I might have the wrong descriptor, but it was kind of a hay or dry grass smell.
There's a little vegetal in there, yeah.
Which might be what you're saying, yeah, is vegetable. I did finally kind of pick up on the chocolate on it, but I gotta say, a lot of creamy smoke. The wrapper sheened up a little bit. I like it. I'm widening my my variety on cigars here, especially with you guys. But I've liked it. It's been a good cigar. A lot of smoke. I don't do rings. I can't do rings. I shouldn't say I don't do rings. I can't do rings. But I also noticed my ash, which is now all there in the tray, kind of changed. It was a little greenish, I thought, but because the wrapper has a slight green tint, but maybe it was more, say, mottled. It was kind of a brownish mottle.
It was a brindle, like a kind of a brownish gray, black brindle.
And then it went to real white. You could really see the change
Yeah.
as we went through the cigar.
And the burn line has been kind of iffy throughout the cigar on this wrapper as well.
Yeah, my burned fairly well. I smoked this one a little slower than the last ones we did. You had to kind of put yours down for me to catch up, but I enjoyed the cigar. It was nice.
It was good, yeah. Kind of like I said, I kind of had the same thing. I've been getting kind of this like vegetal kind of thing throughout. Still peppery on the retrohale. Little, again, a little understated sweetness there.
Yeah.
A little umami toward the back, and definitely that kind of dark chocolate.
Yeah, I've never got
aroma.
the umami. I know you use the umami a lot.
Umami?
That one, yeah.
It's just a fancy word for savory. It's we're just being different.
Got you. Savory, I'll agree with you. The other one, I can't even pronounce.
It's umami. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's just a Japanese word for savory.
All right.
Yeah. So you want to rate this?
Sure. I'd probably go 7.5 on this. I enjoyed it. It could be because it's new to me also, but I always kind of come in slightly worried if they'll be too heavy. I'm not a real heavy cigar guy, but I liked it. So I'd go 7.5. I'd definitely smoke this again.
Okay. Yeah, for like, $8.50 cigar, about an hour and a half, or I think it's probably an hour burn time.
Probably
something
about
like
an
that.
hour, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a shorter cigar. It had, plenty of voluminous smoke. Again, pretty peppery, and in fact, in the beginning, it was like downright spicy and peppery. So it was interesting enough. But yeah, I'd give it a good. I'll give it a 7. I think for the price point and the bang for buck factor.
Sure.
So, social media?
Smoking Gorilla Lounge on everything but Twitter, which is just
Smoking Gorilla.
Smoking Gorilla.
Yeah.
Make sure you like Facebook, subscribe and like on the YouTube, leave comments, ask questions, send an email.
Hey, let us know what you think about Director Greg on camera too, just for fun.
Yeah, let me know if I need to go back behind it real quick, which I just naturally will once Dave gets back from his house hunting in Canada. No, just kidding. He's on a work trip. So. No, he's not one of those.
No.
So, anyways,
right.
Yeah, that's all. I think the social media stuff.
Yeah.
But comment is what we like the interaction when people let us know what they want us to smoke. Always can send us something too. We'll smoke that.
Yeah, or give us a recommendation.
Oh, a recommendation. Yeah, I know. Assistant or guest director Richard back there is laughing. I think he's thinking about the new proposition that just passed, where we can, smoke the wacky
marijuana.
weed.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Well,
without
we
the
won't-
medical
We
card.
won't review that because I don't know anything about this stuff.
We don't need a fake medical card anymore to be able to smoke. I've got stress.
I think they do need medical cards still.
I don't think it's totally recreational now. I think.
I don't know anything about it.
I don't really follow it because it's not my thing. So
me either.
I don't think I really give a crap anymore, to tell you the truth.
I don't either. Well, again, highly recommend this cigar. again, if if you haven't gone back and revisited the Romeo and Juliet line, or if you're a new smoker, really recommend this whole line, and especially this 1875 is a great cigar for what it is. For old-timey flavor and
definitely.
smoke.
Yeah, it'd be again a great smoking or bowling or
Yeah.
rackets or out on the golf course. It's a nice easy smoke.
Certainly.
So,
Skeet shooting.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah. Oh,
There you go. Yeah. Like a tough guy.
I thought it was great once when I was out skeet shooting in the Air Force. Got 2 on 1 shot. Oh no, you got to shoot that again. What? That was skill, 2 and 1.
Skill.
Yeah, but no, it doesn't count.
All right. Well, with that, we'd like to
With
thank
that-
you all for joining us for this review of the Romeo and Juliet 1875 Rothschild. And this has been Eric and Director Greg bringing the truth to the world.
One cigar at a time. Thanks for watching.